What's up, guys? So I thought it'd be cool to do a video talking about like my roots in skateboarding, like where it all began for me. So I'm doing it. That's what I'm doing right now, and I'm here at the spot that I first skateboarded for the very first time. This is Beachmont Avenue in Cincinnati, Ohio, and the whole street has so many spots, and we grew up skating this place, and it was like literally the best times. Like I had the best time growing up ever. And if you've read my book, you actually know this whole story because my book's like 98% exactly how my life went down, and it's like sprinkled with fiction. So I kind of like, I claim it as something fiction, but it's so accurate in so many ways. And this is the actual spot that I first started skateboarding with my friend. Right there used to be a comic shop, and I would come up and play card games like Magic the Gathering, like a Star Wars card game, like anything that was happening, I was there playing with my friends. And there was actually a guy that I didn't really get along with, but for whatever reason one day he had a skateboard, and I was like, all right, yeah, let's skateboard. And we came out here, and this parking curb right here, it was waxed. It's like the same exact parking curb. It's been so long. It was waxed, and I kind of like learned how to board slide on it. And from that day on, it was just like changed. Like my mind was like, oh my gosh, I had a passion for skateboarding. I went home and convinced my mom to get me a complete, and then it was just history. I used to come up here every day and hang out at that comic shop and skateboard this lot, and we'd eventually go up and down the whole street, but it was just, it's a journey. So I'm gonna take you to some of these spots in this lot, and then I'll show you a footage from all the stuff I'm showing you. So here's where the comic shop was. This is the first gap that I ever kickflipped. But I remember the first flip trick I did was a heel flip, and I wanted to show the shop owner, who was like our friend, I could heel flip. And I came out here, the very first try, I just got it right up the butt, and he laughed. He's probably still laughing because it was a golden moment. All right, this part of the lot is where everything really went down. This is called the Donato's Wall, and I have done like every trick I could possibly do down a gap down this wall, and most of them haven't even been on film, like my backside flip, double flip. The only thing I didn't land, ironically enough, is like a 3 flip. But I did like every half cab, full cab did. It's kind of nice because this curb makes you pop your tricks. So like when we went to a real gap, we were like, oh, okay, we gotta pop our tricks. But in my generation of skateboarding, like if you did a trick down this wall, that was like, oh my gosh, you did that down this wall. And then if you really manned up, you did it down the big part, which is like a 6-foot drop over here. Here's the big part. We used to just call it the big part. I mean, short for big part of Donato's. But yeah, if you did this, you were like, oh, all right, you're a good skateboarder now. And I swear, like every trick I ever filmed on it was kind of sloppy. Oh, there's a car. But yeah, so I didn't film too many tricks on it. I did a kickflip and a switch 180 that were really sloppy, and then I stuck a really smooth half cab, but it was awful. Like I should not have had, like my hair was like long and curly and black, and it was just like, I was overweight. It was all, I needed to go home and get a makeover. Guys don't get makeovers, I needed to get a makeover. But most of the stuff I tried on it, I didn't land. I stuck a full cab on it, I stuck a backside flip, I stuck a nollie, and it just didn't happen. This thing, we talked about skating all the time. Like, we're like, oh, we should gap out to no slide it, which is clearly insane because the thing's like a foot long. But one time, one night, it was so cold, it was like 10 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like negative 15 Celsius or something. But I like built a ramp right here, and I launched all the way over it. And the camera was like on a tripod filming it, and it was so cold that it had shut off. But I still managed to get a picture of one of my attempts, and I was like so far above it, but I was like, I nailed it. And I'm so bummed I never got the footage because it was not easy. Rock Gap, probably one of the cooler spots here, and I didn't really film too much on it. Actually, Thomas tried to nollie laser it. He stuck it to the ground for his video part, but he never came back to land it. And lately they put a dumpster here, so that's kind of a bummer because it's definitely one of the cooler things on film. I remember in college we used to come up and put a flat bar here, and then we found a fridge around back. We used to skate that too, like a bump up to a fridge. But I had so many days and nights here in this lot that is just like such a magical place for me. Like to this day, I still like, if I'm like kind of mentally stressed, like I'll cruise Beachmont and come skate this place. I'll even still skate the wall. Like it's just a place that I just kind of feel young again. Oh, and before I go, I got to show you the hand draw. I'm the only one to ever do this hand draw. I'll take credit. Mostly because my buddy, after I landed it, slipped out and smashed the window, and we all had to dip. Because we were young, we were just like, we broke a window, let's leave. Now I'd probably be all responsible, and I'd go into them like, hey, I broke a window, I'm sorry, I will pay for it. Here it is. I had to build a ramp up to it because it's like, you know, chest high. But I was the only person to ever do it, and it was really hard because you'd land on this thing, so I had a sign. But I'll show you footage from everything that I just talked about. I don't have like all the footage ever filmed here, but I have a lot of it. So I hope you dig the montage. And if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. This is unlike anything I've ever done before. And like I said earlier, like my book tells this whole story. So if you're interested in that, I'll put a link to how to get my book below. But thank you guys for watching. Begin the skateboarding, and then I'm gonna go. Go.